Alex Eala embraces platform, hopes to continue making positive impact for Pinoys. Alex Eala may make history for the Philippines with virtually every match that she plays, but for the tennis ace, it is crucial that she stays in the moment. The rising star reached another milestone on Monday when she played in the main draw of the Australian Open for the first time. Her stint in the singles draw in Melbourne was quick. Eala failed to sustain her momentum against American Alicia Parks, losing in 3 sets. Despite the result, Eala again showed her star power. Court 6 was packed with her supporters and Filipino fans who had to be repeatedly shushed by the umpire as they cheered for her throughout the match. Even after the loss, she took time to sign autographs and take photos. The 20-year-old would acknowledge after the match that the past week had been a bit overwhelming for her. Eala generated plenty of interest, with even her practice sessions attracting droves of fans. "I didn't expect that many people to be there," she said. There was also a massive response online to any content that featured Eala. She was informed after her match with Parks that her pre-tournament press conference on YouTube has eclipsed 170,000 views. Grand Slam champions such as Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz were in the tens of thousands. Yet when asked if she is in a league of her own, Eala was quick to answer, "I wouldn't say so. I'm nowhere near the leagues of course, the greats, like Djokovic, and then now, world number 1 Aryna, Sabalenka and Alcaraz and all of these people." She added, "I have so much respect for them. I think everyone does." But Eala does not downplay the impact that she has. Her meteoric rise has led to a boost of interest in tennis in the Philippines, and even the staging of the inaugural Philippine Women's Open, a WTA 125 tournament, later this month. It's a responsibility that Eala does not take lightly. "I like to think that I have a following for a reason," she said. "I like to think that the impact that I've had and the platform that I've built has a positive effect on a certain demographic and my demographic." Asked by Philippine media what message she hoped to send to those who watched her, especially young Filipino children, Eala underscored the importance of her fighting spirit. "Young gusto ko sanang kunin nila sa akin or makita nila sa akin is young lalaban hanggang dulo. More than young serve ko or kung pano ako gumalaw, or pano ako pumapalo, young laban talaga young nakikita sa MJ Pinoy. Feeling ko, yan talaga ang characteristic na unique sa Pinoy," she said. Eala allows herself to reflect on the impact of her achievements only after matches. The young player says she is big on compartmentalizing and not allowing herself to get too caught up on the moment or in the atmosphere, even during high-profile matches. "I think walking into the court and right before or during the match is not the time for you to look at the big picture," she told Rain Cabral of Masterplan Australia in the post-match press conference. "Like I've done so many matches in my life. And although it's different now because it's a Grand Slam, it's my first main draw in Australia, it is just another match. I have to treat it as so," she added. For Eala, having a set routine helps, as does wearing headphones to tune out the noise whenever she walks on the court. It's such a competitive mindset that you're not thinking about what this does for the Philippines. She explained. "You're thinking about, what do I need to do in the next point?" When the match is over and she is thinking about what has happened, however, Eala can give herself a few moments to dwell on how her latest feat will impact the Philippines sporting landscape. "I guess this is one of the moments that I can reflect on what this means for Philippine tennis," she said after the loss to Parks. "I'm the only Filipina in the draw this year. I'm the only Filipina that's ever been in the draw, I think. So there are positives to take away." She doesn't dwell too much, though. Even with her first-round exit in the singles, not all is lost for Eala in Melbourne. She will play in the doubles on Tuesday, teaming up with Brazil's Ingrid Martins against Japan's Shuko Aoyama and Poland's Magda Linette. "Kinukua ko yung lakas kong lumaban sa pagmamahal ko sa tennis. Mahal ko talaga yung tennis," she told reporters, when asked what fuels her. "Mahal ko yung tunaging bola. Mahal ko kapag super tight yung match," Tapo's important point. "Madami akong natutunan sa tennis at malaking bahagi ng buhay ko." Kaya yen talaga yun nagpapatuloy sa akin, at saka yung pamilya ko. Alex Eala has learned that a tennis court can be more than a battlefield of forehands and backhands. It can be a stage, a classroom, and for millions of Filipinos watching from home, a mirror reflecting what is possible. As she continues her journey on the global tour, Eala is no longer just playing for wins and rankings. She is embracing her platform, fully aware that every match she plays carries the quiet hopes of an entire nation. From the moment she first stepped into the international spotlight, Eala understood that representation matters. In a sport where Southeast Asian voices are still rare at the highest levels, her presence alone feels revolutionary. Each time she walks onto the court with the Philippine flag stitched near her name, it sends a message to young Pinoys: you belong here too. But Eala does not wear that responsibility as a burden. She carries it with intention. She speaks often about gratitude for the support she receives from fans back home who wake up before dawn to follow her matches, and gratitude for the chance to inspire beyond tennis. Social media has amplified her reach, turning her victories, setbacks, and honest reflections into moments that resonate far beyond the baseline. Eala understands the power of visibility, and she chooses to use it carefully, thoughtfully, and with heart. For young athletes in the Philippines, her journey feels deeply personal. Many see in her the discipline they recognize from their own dreams, the sacrifices made in silence, and the belief that talent paired with perseverance can break through any border. Eala's success challenges long-held assumptions about who gets to succeed in tennis. It reframes the narrative from almost impossible to why not? Yet what truly sets Eala apart is how she speaks about impact. She doesn't frame success solely in terms of trophies or rankings, but in influence. She talks about character, education, and staying grounded amid attention. Her message is consistent: excellence on the court should be matched by integrity off it. For a generation growing up in a digital age, where fame can arrive faster than maturity, that message matters. Eala has also become a symbol of quiet confidence. She doesn't chase the spotlight, but she doesn't shy away from it either. When interviews turn toward her role as a trailblazer, she answers with humility, often redirecting praise toward her coaches, family, and the Filipino community that lifts her up. In doing so, she models leadership that is collaborative rather than self-centered. As her career progresses, the pressure will inevitably grow. Expectations can be heavy, especially when a nation sees itself reflected in one athlete. But Eala approaches that pressure with balance. She reminds herself, and her supporters, that growth is not linear, and that setbacks are part of the journey. By being open about the process, not just the outcomes,